of those updates as well. Moving on to our next story and an exclusive conversation with DD News. The ICMR's head of epidemiology, Dr. Ganga Khedkar, spoke to us about the new symptoms identified for COVID-19 under the clinical management protocol that has been released. Let's listen to what he said.
Dr. Ganga Khedkar, the new medical protocol has come for COVID-19. Tell us about what are the new symptoms that have been added.
There are two symptoms which we have added. One is loss of taste and other one is loss of smell as a sensation. These two sensations are likely to be lost if you have COVID-19 infection. So they have been added to the list of different symptoms like fever, cough, breathlessness, which we already have in the list.
What is the guidance for HCQ? Does the protocol say that an ECG needs to be conducted of every patient before HCQ can be administered?
True. See, hydroxychloroquine can affect one's heart if it is already diseased. Then in those cases, it is possible that they may develop a cardiac problem which could potentially be fatal. And therefore, every patient who is going to be started on hydroxychloroquine must undergo ECG as a test at least once.
What does the protocol say on convalescent plasma therapy? Because I understand the trials are still underway of the therapy.
Convalescent plasma therapy is generally given as a supportive care to any patient who is severely sick. However, here it is believed that when you take convalescent plasma means you are taking the plasma or a part of blood from patients who have already had COVID-19 infection. So they have developed weapons against that COVID-19 which are called as antibodies, and if I provide those antibodies through this plasma to an individual, then in that case he may improve. So convalescent plasma, though we are conducting a large trial which is halfway through as of now, can be provided to people as supportive therapy on compassionate ground. You take consent of such a person, explain to him about convalescent plasma, and then provide to them as a treatment modality. The sites which are participating in clinical trial, which is led by ICMR, they are expected to give data which is collected after providing this plasma, and which will be analyzed, and we will be in a position to tell whether it helps or not.
What is the guidance for children and elderly in the new protocol?
See, this protocol tells you that the risk of death tends to be high among those who are older people, those who have diabetes, hypertension or other chronic diseases, those who are pregnant women, and those who could be children below the age of 10 years. Now, these people should be isolated. They should not mix with people who will move out of their houses because the lockdown has been lifted as of now. They should take usual precautions of safe distancing, use mask even at home, and they must ensure that they will go for hand wash, and cough etiquette should be strictly followed. The two populations that we mentioned, we still don't have an evidence to say that the mortality rates or death rates will be high among children and pregnant women, but still as a precaution, assuming that their immune systems are weak, we have put them in this population.
In what stage is India in terms of transmission of COVID-19?
I think more than stage, you have to believe in one thing, that the infection continues to increase in India and in significant numbers. It is not unexpected because people are moving out of their houses and they are coming in contact with others. Perhaps we need to believe that if the lockdown has been lifted, one needs to think that every individual has currently become a frontline worker to save themselves from acquiring this particular infection. They must follow all precautions that are advocated. Frontline workers are not only doctors or healthcare providers, but for prevention purposes, every individual who walks out must believe that he is a frontline worker and he will prevent acquisition of infection.
Well, on the one hand, we are seeing that over 60% cases are in 15 cities. On the other hand, we are also seeing more infections in newer places or in remote areas, Ladakh and Sikkim, for instance. What are the challenges going forward?
The biggest challenge that to my mind that exists is if you actually look at the pattern of infection, it's very high in metropolitan cities, and in metropolitan cities it is high in pockets where population density is very high. We need to ensure that we devise a strategy whereby those who are infected and close contacts actually will be in a position to assume safe distancing in addition to use of mask by being located from that population dense place to some other locality so that they will be able to maintain safe distance and no longer transmit it to others.
Well, moving on to our next story then. Delhi is left